In this episode, I have two of the most disciplined, high-output men in South Africa sitting across from me. On the one hand, we have multi-talented, multi-award-winning powerhouse, Siv Ngesi. And on the other, a content machine and one of the most prominent fitness influencers, that's Stoffberg.
I mean, you know, the older crowd, they like to go in there kind of...
With their balls hanging out.
Yeah.
I do tell ladies that they must take their coffee like they take me, strong and black.
Black is the worst type of coffee.
Not this coffee.
Need some flavor, some caramel or something.
Yeah, I don't mind. That's why I like my ladies. Caramel, that's the hill I want to die on. I'm joking. To the black girls, it's a joke.
You both have personal brands and businesses, and you both train like rent is due. Today, of course, we're not talking about fitness. We're talking about the ultimate high-performance cheat code, peptides.
Your body is able to withstand more, and everything you give it, it's able to utilize it better. I mean, yeah, you can hear I'm passionate about this stuff.
You sound like ChatGPT, eh?
Yeah. That's www.precision-peptides.ca.za.
But before we get into that, I'm just going to test your reflexes with a quick round of hit or miss. So I'm going to mention the trend, and you'll just tell me whether it's a hit or miss.
Yeah.
Great.
Uggs.
Miss.
So comfortable.
Let's start with Siv. Run clubs.
It's a dating club. It's a miss for me.
Do you have any experience there with the run clubs?
I've done 1 or 2 days. It's I don't do group training. I don't do groups. I don't need a community. But I understand why people need it. So for them, yeah, they can do it.
Absolutely. Liam, run clubs?
For me, yeah, it's more for the dating, the sightseeing. So a miss for me.
Cape Town coffee raves.
I haven't drank coffee in 21 years. So it's a miss.
I can't palate coffee at all. It's too strong. Caffeine I can do, but coffee in itself, no.
I do tell ladies that they must take their coffee like they take me, strong and black.
Yeah.
And a little bit sweet.
Black is the worst type of coffee.
Not this coffee.
Need some flavor, some caramel or something.
Yeah, I don't mind. That's why I like my ladies. Caramel, that's the hill I want to die on. I'm joking. To the black girls, it's a joke.
Ice baths.
You go for it.
Depending on how you incorporate them, I think they can be good.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe as like a pre-workout type of thing, but post-workout, it can blunt the hypertrophy effect that you're trying to get. So
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's absolutely dreadfully horrible. I know of the great things that it does, but for me, I can't do cold. That's why I don't do South African Cape Town beaches. I can't do cold. I struggle with cold. I just cannot.
And on the flip side of that, what about saunas?
I can do sauna. Give me a sauna.
Yeah,
Give me
phenomenal.
A sauna. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great for recovery as well, right?
As long as it's kept hygienic.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why? Have you had any experiences there?
I mean, you know, the older crowd, they like to go in there kind of...
With their balls hanging out.
Yeah, very free.
But
very proudly.
Yeah. So when I was training for Men's Health Cover in a bodybuilding competition, I had to be in there for about an hour and a half for like 2 weeks straight every single day for the drop, or when I was fighting.
Is this just like straight or?
Yeah, straight. Sit there, and even used to start bringing a magazine, and then obviously the magazine would start shrinking up, and I just read a magazine for an hour and a half straight for weight drop. And then when I was fighting, so I've had about 7 boxing fights, and then I'd be in there for weight cut as well.
Yeah, I used to go in there as well. Quite a funny story. So
this better be funny. If you start with this is a funny story.
Not really a funny story. It's just I was in there. I was trying to be in there for as long as possible. So I was sat down and I was hunched forward while I was in there. After a while, I obviously sat back and I let out probably the biggest scream. I had a chain on with a cross pendant, and I hadn't realized. And it obviously went onto my skin after, boiling hot. But then at the same time, I was trying to take it off, but I couldn't because it was hot, you know. So someone else had to come in and take it off for me because I couldn't bear the heat of it.
Matcha.
Oh, okay.
I also have mixed feelings about this, so let's go.
Dear Sio Kolisi, he was always inviting me for matcha. You're a great guy. I love you. I think you have to go to the right place. There are some that don't taste like you've licked the ass of a horse. It tastes, it definitely does taste a bit like private school grass. But there are some good ones that I've tasted that I've gone, okay, cool, this is good. I'd rather have a smoothie.
Yeah, makes sense. Healthier as well, right?
Yeah, but to the person who owns a matcha store who's been giving me free matcha, I love your matcha. Thank you.
Yeah.
Matcha's so nice.
Before I answer that, yes, I live in Cape Town, I know. But I've never tried matcha. So I've tried matcha protein powder.
I think you don't date white girls then.
I love white girls.
Oh, and you've never met a white girl and she's like, let's go for matcha. And you're very hot. I'm going to go with you.
I mean, since it's been a trend, I've been more focused on the fitness side of things and business and stuff. So not really speaking to girls. But yeah, I've never tried matcha.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we'll have to remedy that at some point in time.
How much you like matcha? It depends how hot she is.
There we go.
And the one I know currently is very, very hot. So I've been trying a lot of matcha.
Siv, I know that you're going to love this one. Vegans.
I don't think the human body's built to be vegan. Big miss.
Sure.
I have to agree with Siv.
And padel.
Okay. Paddle is the sport of the gods. I'm so glad you pronounced it correctly.
It was like a type of curry or something.
Padel. It's not paddle. Padel. I honestly, it literally, for me, I've played 430 games of paddle.
What's your level? Your playtime
I'm
level?
about 3 point something, but it's because I'm trying to play people who are better than me. So I lose more than I win. Which is, for me, it's changed my way. It's just been incredible. Like, so funny. Before paddle, I could do nothing with my left hand. I could do nothing. I couldn't catch a ball with my left hand because everything was right orientated. So I box, And now I play paddle. I can catch with my left. I can do things with my left that I couldn't do before. And there's something about concentration that's improved my concentration. It's done something with my mind that I couldn't do before. It's made me a lot more, and I think that the peptides have got a lot to do with that as well. I take creatine, I take L-glutamine, I take all these things that I can feel a lot more focused, and I think paddle plays a big role in that.
Another shocker, like the matcha, I've never played paddle.
So addictive, I promise you.
I've
You'll
played
try
tennis,
once.
table tennis, squash, just not paddle.
I cannot explain to you, like even tonight. Tonight's an off night for a change. I'm going to go play paddle maybe at like at 10:30 p.m. or 11 p.m. tonight. Like during the fast, I play paddle at 1 a.m. during the fast because all my Muslim friends are fasting.
Sure, yeah. And a lot of places are open at that time.
Or 5 a.m. I'll play paddle at 5 a.m. That's why I can be currently, at my peak, I was at about 100 kilograms and I was playing paddle every single day. I eat what I want. I do what I want. And I don't go to gym. I paddles it.
Let's transition into why we're actually here. If you look at Hollywood, elite athletes, high performers, tech billionaires, everybody is talking about peptides at the moment, right? But if you ask the average person on the street, they think it's some kind of a steroid or some kind of a drug or, some kind of a skin ingredient. So let's talk real experience. Siv, when did you first start using peptides?
So first of all, I was at a party in Bantry Bay on the 27th of December. I saw a lot of these white people at this party, and you can see that they're old, but they got veins popping on their arms. Their bodies look incredible, but you can see, you can see that they're old, duh. And I spoke to my friend who was running the party. I was like, what's happening? And he's like, no, they're all on peptides. You can see that they're looking good. It's like they look like they're aging backwards. Playing paddle against 60-year-old men, you know what I mean? Doing high rocks training with 60-year-old men going, no, bro, there's no way. All of them peptides. And I've got a very good friend of mine, Abby. And Abby I've known for decades. And my mother at one point was sick, and Abby, told me about, different kinds of things, and it helped my mom at the time, and it's helped people in his life. So I decided, let me go on this thing, my friend, and I trust Abby. I trust Abby with my life, so I don't mind injecting these things in me because I believe in him. And man, my life is everything. Just I'm the fittest I've ever been. I'm 41 this year. Call it 16-year-old, call it 20-year-old. I've never been fitter. And yeah, man, it's been 3.5 months of just absolute brilliance. And I've been on harder stuff. And when I'm on the harder stuffs, I zing. There's like a zing. And I just feel like I'm younger now.
And Liam, what made you start?
So, I mean, I've always been very body conscious. And I had a coach for a long while who helped me through my fat loss journey. But he stopped coaching a little bit through last year. So I had to take over that responsibility myself. And it just turned into a complete shit show. I damaged my body. I ruined my hormones. Mentally and physically, I think I just pushed my body to an extent where it physically was impossible to lose the weight, so it kind of just kept on resisting. So, I mean, at the time, I'm still a content creator, so I do a lot of, scrolling on TikTok, on Instagram, and I saw all the hype about retatrutide and peptides in general. And the beginning of this year, I was like, why not? Let me just experiment. And so the beginning of Jan, that's when I started my peptide journey. Yeah. And I mean, ever since then, it's been nonstop. Like whether I am researching the peptides that I'm using, or I'm physically using the peptides, it's just, all the peptides that I've used so far has been phenomenal.
So what actually started feeling better?
So, I mean, it's all dependent on the peptides that I've used. They've all got different use cases, So retatrutide, for example, is one of your weight loss peptides. So that helped me trim down on body fat while still maintaining muscle mass. And it just made the process of losing weight a lot easier, a lot more fluent. From there, I hopped on to GHKCU, which is a collagen peptide. That's for the skin, hair, nails. But what a lot of people don't know about it is it's also for oxidative stress, for systemic inflammation. There's a lot more like under the hood. Exactly. And I mean, since then, like Motsia as well, another favorite of mine, a mitochondrial peptide. It just feels like your body is able to withstand more, and everything you give it, it's able to utilize it better because it's working better at a cellular level. I mean, you can hear I'm passionate about this stuff.
You sound like ChatGPT, eh?
Yeah.
All I know is that Abby gave it to me. I trust Abby.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah,
exactly.
Abby, where do I inject it? How much? How many clicks? Yeah.
That's the main thing with peptides, though, is you've got to do your research, and it's got to come from a trusted source. I've also known Abby long before the peptides. So, when you approached me and we started speaking about the peptides, for me, it was like a no-brainer. I know this person, and I've also done all the research. So
for me and him are opposite ends. So he's 26. I'm 41 this year. And when you hit 40, there's certain things that start changing. Like your libido starts getting affected. And for me, my libido was getting affected, and I knew I had to do something. There's the regular ways of going into testosterone shots, and then then you start losing your hair and all these different kinds of things, and your body starts producing testosterone kind of a thing. And I knew there's things that I had to change. But I've never been fat. I've never had problems with weight. I've always had a great body. But I knew that every time I had to, if it was going for Cosmopolitan Sexiest Man, then I had to do a certain kind of training. Then when I was going for Men's Health Cover, I had to change something else. Then when I was going for this calendar, I had to change something else. And each time I had to get my body to the ultimate, the next level, I had to change something because it was getting harder and harder. For me, the most difficult was when I was doing a bodybuilding competition and Men's Health, and I was doing Woman King, the film with Viola Davis. So I literally had so many things, but each time I had to change my body a certain way. And I knew I had to work harder. I knew I had to do more. I had to inject more. I had to inject more testosterone, more growth hormone, continuously do this thing. And when I was doing Woman King, I just finished doing men's health cover and the bodybuilding thing competition. Then they said, please grow your hair. Fuck all yeah. Fuck all yeah. Fuck all yeah. And I was like, then I had to go on different kind of stuff to be able to get my hair back. Abby and I are having that conversation as well. But one thing that Peptides has done is make everything so much easier, feel so much more normal. Side effects, I don't have a single side effect. What is the side effect? I don't know what a side effect. All I know is that I'm better than you if you're the same age as me. I'm better than you if you are 5 years younger than me. I'm still better than you if you're 20 years younger than me. I promise you, I don't give a damn who you are. And that's for me what Peptides has done for me.
That's what it feels like with peptides. Like you are reversing your age. Yeah. You know, you're getting back to your prime age days.
And ladies, libido. We are back. Yeah, we are back. You're going to have to work, eh? You might have to work, yeah.
Oh, gosh. Guys, what do you say to people who think that peptides are just for gym bros, though?
I'll take this one. So, like, for me, sometimes I'm in a group of people and people are like, oh, what do you do? We see you online training your ass off, but you're waking up at 5 a.m., and you're catching a flight at 6 a.m., then you're in another city, and then you're in another country, then you're doing 3-4 shoots in a, you know what I mean? They're like, how do you do it? That's first of all, I'm a non-stop guy. And then I tell them, no matter what age they are, if I'm talking to an 80-year-old, I'm talking to a 60-year-old or a 40-year-old or a 20-year-old, I tell them about peptides. And the first thing they're like, what about that? Yeah, don't want steroids. I'm like, it's not a steroid. Yeah. A lot of times I look at a woman and I go, you know, you have peptides in your moisturizer, the stuff that you put on your face. What do you mean? You know, you have peptides in your body. What do you mean? And for me, I think from them consuming my content of how hard I work, the results I'm able to achieve, the multiple things I'm able to do, but I am the biggest rester in the world. I'm all about sleep. I'm all about rest. And then I tell them about peptides. And sometimes Abby gets calls for people going, oh, can I jump on it? But I think people need to realize that it's not a steroid. Your body already produces it. And it doesn't matter what age you are. But my biggest regret about it for me is that I didn't know about it when my mother was alive. You know what I mean? I wish I could have been able to get her involved in it. I could have my mother around longer. And I think for me, that is the most difficult part about it. You see people, there was one day I was walking with my mother and she was walking slow and I looked back and I said, girl, what's happening, girl? Move faster. And she was like, this is how I am now. But she didn't have to be. A couple of injections every single morning and she could have changed the trajectory of her life. And I could have had my mother for her grandkids. I could have experienced my mother to witness her as a grandmother, and now I can't. And that simple thing could have changed the trajectory of my mother's life or my life. And it makes me upset. It makes me upset that I didn't know about it earlier. And no matter who you are, this can help you. If you're a 60-year-old, you're struggling to get up in the morning, this could make you feel 50. And another thing that pisses me off, there's a lot of people of color who are literally struggling every single day, who have normalized not being able to live a good life. This stuff is affordable. It's affordable. 3 months, you can have something for 3 months that could could help you with your weight loss. And yeah, man, for many...
Oh, you're referring to Rita?
Yeah. For many of you, it's so affordable. It could have changed the way you lived. And I think it's absolute bullshit how the everyday person has not access to these incredible things. And now they're affordable, differently affordable, and it will change your life. For me, health is wealth.
Yeah, you obviously touched on like the age aspect, but if you're taking aside, health and fitness when it comes to peptides, there's so many peptides out there. I mean, yes, you get your health and fitness related peptides, but then you get for longevity, you get anti-aging peptides, you get for cognitive function, for depression, for anxiety. So there's really a peptide for, everyone, for every purpose out there. So it's not really just, knuckled down to people within the gym.
So, since you've mentioned all of those different benefits, what is your current stack?
So my current stack is I am on MOTSI, which is a mitochondrial peptide. And the way it works is...
You're good at this, eh? Yeah, you.
Hey, don't put me under pressure.
No, you better go to this. Me, I'm
But
listening.
it basically, it puts your mitochondria under stress. And then your mitochondria, through adaptation, upregulates itself. So, I mean, the types of benefits that you can see from this is better insulin sensitivity, better nutrient partitioning, just anything to do with having a better cellular, how do I explain this?
You're doing well, don't worry. You're doing well.
Yeah, your cells just respond better. So that's MOTS-C in a nutshell. And then I am on CJC 1295 NODAC paired with ipamorelin. Now, this is a growth hormone secretagogue. It basically stimulates your pituitary gland to release more growth hormone. And growth hormone is your fountain of youth. So, I mean, you get better hair, skin, nails, you get better, faster recovery. My sleep has dramatically improved, deep sleep in specific, which is the most restorative type of sleep.
This looks like something I need to be on because that sounds amazing.
Yes, no, anybody can benefit from it.
Yeah.
It's again, people just associate that one with growth hormone. It's got to do with muscles, etc. But not really. It doesn't directly stimulate muscle growth. If anything, it creates the optimal environment for that to occur. But of course, you still need to put on the work, if you then want to leverage off of that, train hard, eat well, and then you will grow off of it.
So for me, I was I'm on same stack as him, Wolverine, Mott's, all those.
Wolverine, I've been wanting to try.
So I'm on
definitely.
Wolverine, and for me, I can give you a great example of what I've been able to do, and the same stack that you and I am on as well. I did High Rocks. I did men's open in the morning. Went through, pushed hard, looked like I was beastie. Finished, drank a Red Bull. I literally could have gone again 5 minutes later. I could go again and again. Then I literally jumped on an airplane, went to the Eastern Cape, went to a wedding, party, finished at 1 a.m., woke up at 4 a.m., jumped into a flight, went back to Cape Town, and then did the women's, the mixed doubles. Mixed doubles, I finished at an hour 10, averaging 4.5 minutes per K. First K, I was 3.5 minutes per K. And I woke up in the morning the next day and I played a 2-hour paddle game.
Wow. Okay, you win.
I could have never done that if I wasn't on everything that he mentioned, the Wolverine, the Mott, everything. I could have never. Impossible. Now, for people like to see results, right? That is the day of the competition. That's not where I won. When I was training, I was on all of those things continuously, all the peptides, to be able to get the results, to be able to sleep longer, to be able to be recovered, then to be able to train for High Rocks, then finish training High Rocks, get a drink, then go to paddle, then still on the off days being able to do fitness. So for me, people like to see results. No one likes to see the setup of the results. And I think peptides for me are not just about having the abs. It's not just about having the results or the great hair or the mitochondria or whatever, or having the big hard on and being able to show your girl like, oh my God, I'm so great in bed. It's about the stuff in the beginning, the setup of it. And for me, I can feel, but I'm not getting paid to be here. But I can feel that I am a better version of myself than I would be if I wasn't on the peptides. And if you're sitting at home and you're going, I don't want to be part of that community, you're the same person who's still using a 3210 and only use an iPhone. But yeah, enjoy a 3210. Or you're the same guy who's like, I don't want to be on peptides and I'll be taking your girl.
Okay.
For a matcha date.
For a matcha date
And Pilates.
But I was at paddle the other day and I was playing, finished, had my top off. And I don't usually have my top off a paddle, but I was trying to swap shirts. And this other paddle guy was like, what? Now, if you play a lot of paddle, it's a lot of running. Stop. So you lose a lot of muscle mass. So there's not many people in the paddle community who are jacked, right? Who have big muscles.
Yeah,
so
that's true, actually. I hadn't thought about that before.
It's a lot of cardio, right? It's a lot of cardio. But with the stuff that I'm taking, I can be able to build more. If I'm doing high-rocks training, I can build more, I can keep up in the muscle. And for me, growth hormone for me is a genius thing. I was on the normal growth hormone before, and I still have muscles from 5 years ago that I made on growth hormone. So for me, when he said, I didn't know you look like this under your shirt, I was like, oh, because everyone else has been training. It's a lot of running, so you lose a lot of muscle mass.
Yeah, makes sense. But if you had to choose one peptide, like if you only had the choice to be on one peptide for the rest of your life, what do you think that would be?
For me, Wolverine.
Yes.
Because my lifestyle, for example, November, I'll be in 5 countries in November. Long flights. And when I travel, I work out as well. Recovery, sleep. My job is my face. My job, I need to be able to have great hair, great skin.
And that energy.
Energy. And I'm known for energy.
Yes.
I'm known for the high energy guy. So for me, Wolverine, and I love the film Wolverine as well. And I love Hugh Jackman as well.
So the Wolverine, that's the BPC 157 and the TB 500, right?
Yes, that's the one. I call it Wolverine.
Yes, yeah. And for you, Liam?
Look, I'm a very disciplined and driven individual. So, I mean, peptides do definitely help in that aspect. But if it weren't for the aspect of incorporating the peptides, I would still be able to go on and train, maybe not as hard or for as long, etc. So if it's a peptide that I'm going to take for the rest of my life, it's going to have to be epitalon. So this is a longevity peptide. So I'm thinking of it from a perspective of living longer, living till as old as possible. Basically.
Brian Johnson type of situation.
Yes. So there's telomeres on your DNA, which with age, they shorten. And what this peptide does is it lengthens those telomeres. So your DNA basically gets an upgrade.
I just want to say, you should create your own peptide. You are very good at this information.
Look, I could be talking nonsense.
No.
Maybe I'm mixing up peptides.
You sound like you know what you're talking about.
If you're talking cack, Abby would tell you you're talking cack.
Yeah.
But for me, can I tell you, my research is Abby. Like, for me, I've known him since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And anything I inject in him, I trust him with my life. Deals that we've done, I trust him a lot.
No, I'm obsessed with peptides. So, I mean, if I could take all of them, I would. Yeah. But obviously, before taking anything, I want to know exactly what I'm taking. I want to be safe. And that's a big issue nowadays with a lot of people that hop into, taking peptides. They'll see online, okay, Reddit does so-and-so. And then next day they're injecting it. They don't know how to administrate, how much to administrate, possible side effects that could arise from, taking too much too quickly or titrating up too fast. It's being on top of things when it comes to.
I would say 100% it's become like the wild, wild west.
Yes.
Because everybody's just, guessing their dosages. They're guessing it off of TikToks. They just,
I actually have a story. You're going to laugh at this. So
no pressure.
I was chatting to a mate of mine yesterday. I won't mention names.
Name and shame.
No. Let me not do that. But anyway, we were speaking about peptides at gym, and he was speaking about tesamorelin. But in short, Tessa, also a growth hormone secretor.
What does that do? Because I've been on that.
So it is like CJC and ipamorelin, except it's a bit stronger, but more potent. And it also directly targets visceral fat. The stubborn fat around your organs.
I've heard about that. I don't know what that.
Well, you don't have any, so you
don't
need to worry.
Training, you probably don't have that issue.
Whereas CJC ipamorelin is more for recovery and over time, muscle growth, etc. Tesamorelin is more body recomposition. So losing fat, visceral fat, whilst also having that muscle building capabilities. But anyway, back to the story. So my friend, long and short, he thinks he's taking Tessa testosterone. Turns out he is taking testosterone. And he did not know this.
Is he bald now?
No, he's only 2 weeks into it, but at 800 milligrams of testosterone a week.
Wow. But how are the results though?
I mean, it's 2 weeks. So it's, he told me, his libido has been, up there, but he's also taking MT2, the tanning pep, which can also increase your libido.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I just thought that was funny because it's again comes into play with people not knowing exactly what they're doing. And I mean, in his case, not having done the research and not being cautious about it, he's now put himself at risk because if he were to be taking testosterone, there's very few side effects that come from peptides. And even the ones that do arise from it, it's not really going to be detrimental, like really severe side effects. Whereas if you're mixing that up with testosterone, you overdose or you don't keep tabs of your blood work, etc. Blood viscosity, the thickness of your blood clots, heart attack, stroke, fertility. There's so much that comes into play with things like that.
I think peptides are doing more incredible things than we know, but because we're gradually just getting used to it, now it's difficult to even be able to go, this has been different, you know what I mean? Like, I can say the difference. For me, I can see the difference. You're all gonna roll your eyes at this, but I can see how my life has changed financially off the pedal.
Oh, okay.
The concentration.
Oh, okay.
Like workload.
Sure. Yes.
I can see my physical results since peptides. I've seen the incredible decision makings I've made on peptides with all my businesses and my career.
It's that focus.
Yeah, but the question is it just peptides, or is it pedal combined, or is it age? There's a lot of things that come together, and I think for me, because now it's happening, we're all doing it for so long, I think we're actually missing the even smaller things about peptides and what they're doing for our bodies, more than we know that is actually happening. And for me, I can, like for example, some of my friends, I was playing paddle the other day, and the human mind, sometimes when you're getting tired, your body doesn't know it's tired, and you start making stupid mistakes. And I see in paddle, the last 15, 10 minutes, you start doing shots that you wouldn't normally do. You end up lobbing where you shouldn't lob, playing off the back when you shouldn't play off the back. But now my partner was like, damn man, you're making better decisions in that last 10 minutes. Now, I'm able to train longer. I can concentrate better. I'm fitter than I've ever been. So when you're fitter and you're better, you make better decisions under pressure, under fatigue.
Yes. Because I feel it's like your autopilot is now a new standard.
Yes.
It's like,
I can feel that without a shadow of a doubt. And like, once again, I get no money from saying this, but I can feel a difference, and I think it's all combined. I'm fitter, I'm stronger, I last long, all these different things now that are coming together. And if you're a man watching this, especially a man, and you feel uninspired, you feel down, you feel tired, you feel unworthy, you feel ugly, you're not depressed. You're just lacking testosterone. And if you can work out, get out, meet other people, it will be better. But what's happening with a lot of people now, they feel down. The first thing they go is, I'm depressed. All this medication, therapy, but you haven't tried to work out. You haven't tried peptides.
Yes.
You haven't tried maybe some testosterone as well.
Or not isolating yourself.
Which could change your life like that.
You mentioned medication, and that's the issue nowadays as well, is people wait for something to become an issue, and then they take medication, which just, it mitigates that issue, but it doesn't hit the root cause. It doesn't work on the root cause. So with peptides, you're physically getting to the root of the problem, the foundation. And if you don't fix the foundation of, let's say, someone who suffers with anxiety, if you don't fix the foundation and you just, you take medication to numb the anxiety, you're never going to fix it. It's just going to keep on being numbed. And the thing with medication is then you're going to be stacking multiple medications on top of one another
Yes.
because this medication causes this side effect. And now you have to take this medication
to counteract.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
But so I have multiple very rich friends, and my rich friends have a doctor on call 24/7. I'm like, what? No. His job is to keep me healthy, not to heal me when I'm sick.
Yes.
That's a different kind of level of money, because then he's like, kind of a thing. So for me, I go to a chiropractor every second week. Not when there's something wrong.
Sure.
I continue to go to a chiropractor
maintenance.
just to keep it click my whole back. Then I feel like a stuttering tosser man. And you hear my... And for me, I think a lot of us has to change the way we look at health.
Yes.
It's not a mission to be healthy when you're unhealthy. It's the mission to stay consistently healthy.
Yes.
And I think peptides for me it's like a joke. People think that the joke's most important part of the joke is the punchline. No, the most important part of the joke is the setup. It's the same as if someone gives you an incredible story and then he doesn't tell you, he only tells you this, and then she did this. Then you're like, but what happened before? What happened?
It's like that Kevin Hart funny AF that's just come out.
Yes,
just seeing
so
the
good.
science behind it
Yes,
almost.
so good.
And seeing, how it's an art. Yeah.
So for me,
100%.
once again, the peptides part of it, to recommend it to everyone is that I find it quite funny how human beings have normalized drinking,
Yes.
smoking, drug taking,
Yeah.
being fat, doing nothing. But they will fight against something that actually is improving your life.
Yeah.
There are results, but they'll be like, oh, I'm not going to take that. When I was a kid, people were against protein. Remember when we were kids? What? Protein? No.
Oh, my parents
Really?
All of us.
protein powders are steroids.
Yes. Or what about
I haven't heard that one
the
before,
most
but
incredible thing
yeah.
for me is the PR of creatine. The people now, everyone's talking about creatine, how it's needed. Women need creatine. Everyone's talking about it. The saddest part is that in 10, 20 years, peptides will be normalized and people could have been using it for 20 years to improve their lives.
It's going to be like your multivitamins and minerals.
It's going to be like that. And it's going to get, here's another thing. This is my friend's company, but what I will say is, non-biasedly so, in a couple of years, they will be cheaper. They will be even cheaper. And these are very cheap in comparison to everyone else. But in 10 years, it's going to be, it will be like taking multivitamins.
100%.
It'll
It will be a way of life.
kind of a
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
But I go back to what I said earlier. I lost my mom. She was 66 years old. She got to the point where she didn't know what to do, how to change it, but it was way too late. It was way too late. It was way too late with what we had at our disposal, right? And for me, it really breaks my heart that I think peptides could have given my mother a little bit longer. And if you're watching this and you think to yourself, you need a reason, right? If you're 65 and you're struggling to stand up in the morning, you hate your life, exactly, what do you have to lose? Like, what do you have to lose? Oh my God, I'm not going to, then you're going to die in 5 years. Like, okay, cool, then die. You know what I mean? And sometimes, as insensitive as it sounds, a part of me is angry with my mother. A part of me is angry that she didn't fight earlier. A part of me is angry that she didn't know that she was in trouble. And a part of me is angry with myself that I didn't realize that she was in trouble. But we love to make our parents seem like these immortal beings. And my biggest regret is not fighting sooner or trying to convince her that, hey, you're going to die, fatty. And then, she went.
Guys, what was the exact moment when you realized, OMG, this is some next level stuff? Everybody has that moment when they're just like, whoa, okay, what just happened?
So I know I keep mentioning Abby, but it's Abby from Precision Peptides, right? That's the one. That's the one. Precision Peptides. The one and only. I knew when I arrived at boxing and I was able to do 12 rounds at full speed, full strength, full hitting for 12 rounds. Then I was like, okay. I was like, all right, something's changing. And then I know now my trainer, when I'm training, he starts sweating and he starts taking off his thing. Then I was like, okay. And then, but the most important thing, I think people misunderstand fitness. So when I was your age, I thought fitness is not getting tired. Fitness is not getting tired. Fitness is recovery. How quickly can I recover?
I struggle with the recovery.
See, now,
or allowing for recovery.
Yeah, that little section of you stopping and then being ready to go again, that is important. And that for me is when I'm huffing and puffing and I can go again and again and again. That's for me was when I knew. But in the boxing scene, I knew that was it. And then another thing that I realized is I was always active and I was always pushing, but there was an underlying fatigue, right? Now, if you listen to this, I'm not talking about tiredness. Oh, sleep, no. But when you feel your soul is tired, that's where I used to be. And now I feel great. I feel amazing. And I do feel, and this is going to be an interesting note because this is going to be debated upon. I do feel like I sleep great for long amounts of hours, but if I have a busy time and I can only sleep for 4 hours, it's not recommended, but I do feel good even when I wake up.
Yes.
I'm not, listen, if you're listening, I'm not telling you not to sleep. I'm not telling you not to sleep. What I'm saying is that if I do have an emergency that I cannot sleep for long, I wake up incredible still. That's the only thing for me that's quite important. And I realize those results.
Okay, great. And for you, Liam, what was your OMG moment?
Look, I have a massive appetite. I always have. I feel like I always will. So for me, it was pretty easy to tell when I knew these peptide stuff was the real deal. I took retatrutide, my first dose in the morning, waited about an hour and a half and ate my breakfast. Just a normal protein oats with some nut butter, some banana, apple. Maybe about halfway through the meal, I could feel... It wasn't that I was full. It's just there was this signal that wasn't there before, like coming from my head saying, "Hey, listen, you've eaten enough." But I persisted through it because that's just me with a big appetite, and I always walk after my meals for digestion, and I could just feel the food sitting in my digestive tract, which is in alignment with what it does. It slows your gastric emptying. That's one of the GLP benefits from retatrutide. So I knew from day one, like not even 2 hours into it, that this stuff is the real deal, that it's not a placebo, like it actually works. I've never had an issue eating. I mean, I used to go for sushi buffets all the time. 76, 78 pieces of gourmet sushi, easily down the hatch. But this time, half a bowl of protein oats, and I was like, hey, listen, something's up.
Yeah.
You've eaten enough.
Gents, now we're just going to go into a quick rapid fire round. So just say the first thing that pops into your head, no overthinking. So we'll start with you first.
Yep.
What is the most overrated wellness trend at the moment?
Wow. Difficult one. I absolutely hate CrossFit.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
It sounds like
they have their own hate club by this point.
I think like people hate high rocks and it's a form of high rocks, but there's something about it that's too elitist for me.
Okay, got it. Fair enough. Liam?
Probably fasted training for fat loss.
Okay, that's
so
interesting.
training in a state of not having eaten and then going and doing a lifting session. People are then under the impression that your body is going to use its stored fat as energy. But if you don't fuel your workouts properly, you're not going to be able to train to the best of your ability. So whilst you might lose weight as a whole, some of that could also come from muscle because you're not training as hard as you could be.
There's nothing that I hate. Another thing I hate that when people put a time to when not to eat.
Yes.
Now, if I woke up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And then my last meal is at 11 p.m. It depends when I'm sleeping. You don't. People are like, oh, don't eat after 8. No. When am I sleeping? If I'm sleeping at 2, I must eat. I can sleep. You know what I mean? I hate that nonsense. And then another thing for me, the human body. Your body is different to my body. Yes. You need to find where your body is a thing. For example, for me, I'm a leg guy. I got big legs. I never work out legs, but because I box, I don't have arms. I'm not a chest guy, so I have to work my arms a little bit more and I have to work my chest a little bit more because from boxing, I lose that. But legs, always fine. But not everyone has the same body type.
Yes.
People must stop thinking that everyone has the same body type. That's bullshit.
Totally. Are you more of an evening workout person or morning workout person?
I work out when I have to. So during High Rocks, I was doing 10K, 20K runs at 1 a.m. because I was shooting during the day. Back to that.
Exactly.
In the olden days, there's no way I was waking up at 1 a.m. or getting home for a full day and running 10Ks. Let me tell you guys, running through the CBD at night is the most incredible thing ever. You feel like you're in New York City. But if it wasn't for peptides, I would have never been able to do that. Or have a 5:55 flight, wake up at 4 a.m., do a 10K run, jump on my flight, sleep on, you know what I mean? Like, it's just
unbelievable. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, for me, I see gym as an enjoyment and kind of therapeutic. So I'm an evening guy for sure. It just gives me something to look forward to, for the entire day, and then a way to, although I'm exerting myself, a way to unwind the mind at the same time.
Sure, just to process the day.
Yeah.
Okay. What instantly tells you that someone takes care of themselves?
Oh, that's a good question. How clean are their shoes?
What?
That's actually
name a person who has ugly, dirty shoes who takes care of themselves.
Okay.
Look at her shoes. Red bottoms.
You could see from that angle.
This one takes care of herself. This one. Look at her shoes. Check out your shoes. Is there even a blemish on your shoe?
No.
Oh, do you see a blemish on my shoe? No. And I'm wearing Uggs. That's what the fuck I thought. Nobody. People who have, if someone has dirty shoes, badly dirty, I'm talking about badly dirty, badly taken care of. And my mother always told me another thing. If someone has smelly armpits, don't trust them.
And for you?
If they smell good.
Okay.
If they smell good.
I'm sponsored by Dior. I didn't shower all day yesterday and I still smell good.
Well, do you take care of yourself?
I do, but I'm just telling you, if I could have smelled better.
Okay,
I agree.
And then finally, who do you think would win in a push-up competition between you and Siv?
Do you want to make it a challenge?
Listen, young man, if a 41-year-old man challenged me to a push-up competition, I would tell him I'll kick his ass.
Oh, you're upping the stakes now.
26, me 41, you better beat me.
I'm sure I will.
See,
I'm sure I
the
will.
confidence.
I'm positive.
I don't even like push-ups, but I'm competitive.
You see, you're starting with the excuses.
Shall we put it to the test?
Let's go.
Guys, are you ready?
Yeah.
And 3, 2, 1, let's go. 2, 3.
The number's irrelevant.
Yeah, the number's irrelevant. Just keep going, guys.
You know, what frightens me is that you're 26, and you're panicking. You're going slow, young man. You're slowing down, young man. How are you, young man? How are you feeling, young man? You're looking strong, young man. You're slowing down, young man. I'm tired now, young man. Great job. Good job. Woo. You see?
My legs are cramping for some reason.
When I was 26, I remember how hard my erection
was
used to be.
difficult. That was tough.
Woo.
I think I would have beaten them both. Okay, so before I let you guys go, I want to pivot to the impact that you both have. I have one of the biggest TikTok influencers and a South African media icon. If there's one message that you have to the youth, they see where you are, they're watching you, what would that piece of advice be?
Good.
I feel like procrastination is a killer. So if there's something in life that you want to do, start today. Start as soon as possible. Because the more you try and delay that start, you're never going to end up starting.
Yeah.
You know, that's just you trying to find excuses when it comes to starting. When I started with TikTok, I was very introverted, extremely introverted. And if it weren't for me just to have started, I would have never gotten to a point of where I have today. So I think the biggest thing is just to start, no matter what you think, what other people think of obviously your intentions, even if it's your parents, whoever it may be, if it's something that you are passionate about and you've been contemplating on for a while and you want to pursue, just start.
Amazing. Thank you. And for you, Siv?
For the last little while, I've
just to reiterate on that, so long as it's legal. So because I obviously mentioned, irrespective of what other people think, and I mentioned it, but as long as it is legal, yes.
Two things. For me, if you're ever called to order a pizza and you want a pepperoni pizza, you wouldn't say, I want no olives. You would just say, I want a pepperoni pizza. And too many times human beings are not clear enough to the universe what they want. So when you want a pepperoni pizza to the universe, you tell the universe you want a pepperoni pizza. Don't mention the olives. The olives are irrelevant. You tell the world what you want and you get what you want. So people who are religious, when you're praying, you don't say, I don't want, you say, I want this, God. And to the universe, you must stop talking about the olives. Talk about the pepperoni. One, be clear, be concise what you want in the world. Do not talk about what you don't want, because that's what you'll get, right? Because the universe doesn't know true and false. It just knows what it receives. And lastly, I want to say, all the negative things that you say to yourself every single day, ask yourselves, would you say the same thing to someone else? And no, you wouldn't. So sometimes when I'm playing paddle and I do a stupid shot, I go, you stupid, what the fuck are you doing? But you wouldn't say the same thing to your partner, right? It depends how close your partner is to you.
Yes.
See what I mean? Yeah. But the worst things you say to yourself,
yes,
you would never say this to other people.
Yes.
True.
You can be your biggest enemy and your biggest verdict.
Be clear, be concise about what you want in the world. If you want that pepperoni pizza, you order pepperoni pizza. You don't talk about the olives. And lastly, to a lot of people in this world, a lot of us, actually not me, but a lot of you are dying at a certain age without living. Many of you died at 27, and then you actually lived and you meandered for another 60 years. And for me, I challenge you to be able to live the best version of your life today. And for me, peptides help you do that. Being in the right community. And I made fun of running clubs, but if running club makes you feel alive, go to that running club. And if you're feeling shit today, you can't get out of bed, look to peptides, look to other things, but just get the fuck up. Do not lie down researching what's wrong with me mentally without getting up, going for a walk on the prom, going for a run and taking or trying peptides or anything else. Like, I'm not trying to sell peptides. I'm just saying, give yourself a fighting chance. Many of you are dying as you're living.
That's great.
That's powerful.
Thank you. Okay, gents, thanks for keeping it 100% with us, and
As
thank you for
always.
coming through.
Yes, and thank you for having me.
I just want to say quickly, everyone knows who watches me that I am not a bullshitter. I'm not paid to be here. I'm getting nothing from being here. I just want to say Precision Peptides has done incredible things for me. Abby, my brother,
Yes,
thank you
myself
so much.
included.
If your life is cack, you have no excuses. Just give it a go. Just give it a try. There's no excuses. So once again, Precision Peptides, thank you so much.
That's www.precision-peptides.co.za.